Hello everyone, Andy Wolverton here with a preview of the Noir City DC Festival, which is coming up soon, running October 15th through 28th at the AFI Silver Theater and Cultural Center in Silver Spring, Maryland. Yes, this is an in-person festival, the first Noir City Festival since early 2020. Now, I know this event may not be accessible to everyone, but hopefully the Film Noir Foundation will be bringing more Noir City festivals to its regular venues soon. But for those of you who can attend the Noir City DC Festival, here is a brief rundown on the lineup. Now, you can go to the AFI Silver website to find out more, and I'll put that link in the notes. Please note that to enter the theater, the AFI Silver requires proof of vaccination or a negative COVID PCR test. Now, this year's DC Festival will be a superb showcase of classics, hard-to-find films, and much more. But before I get to the movies, know that the festival will feature two special guests who will be introducing several of the festival films. On October 15th through 17th, we'll be joined by none other than Eddie Muller, host of TCM's Noir Alley. Eddie will also have copies of his book, Dark City, The Lost World of Film Noir, for sale, and he'll be glad to sign it for you. I'm also delighted that we'll have another guest, Foster Hirsch, introducing several films from October 22nd through the 24th. Now, Hirsch is the writer of several books, including the first book on film noir I ever read, The Dark Side of the Screen, Film Noir, there it is, by Foster Hirsch. So you will really want to meet both of these guys. Now, let's get into the movies themselves. Now, get ready, because this is a gold mine of a lineup. Absolutely spectacular. I'll quickly go through them in alphabetical order, also pointing out which films will be screened in 35mm. Again, please refer to the link for dates and times. So here we go. Armored Car Robbery from 1950 in 35mm. The Asphalt Jungle, also 1950, one of the great heist movies of all time. The Chase from 1946, a movie that David Lynch must have seen at some point. City That Never Sleeps, 1953. The Dark Corner, 1946, in 35mm. Desert Fury, 1947, a color film noir. A Double Life, 1947, featuring Ronald Colman's Oscar-winning performance. Fly By Night, 1942, in 35mm. This is a Robert Siodmak film I have never seen, so I'm very excited about that. Force of Evil, 1948. Gun Crazy, for crying out loud. Wow, 1950. He Walked By Night, 1948. High Tide, 1947, in 35mm. I Walk Alone, 1947. Jealousy, 1945, in 35mm. The Killer That Stalked New York, 1950. Possibly one of the most significant movies of our pandemic lives. The Killers, 1946, one of my all-time favorites. Moonrise, 1948. Naked Alibi, 1954. Riot in Cell Block 11, 1954. Roadhouse, 1948, in 35mm. Scarlet Street, 1945. Shakedown, 1950, in 35mm. Side Street, 1949, in 35mm. Somewhere in the Night, 1946, in 35mm. Sorry, Wrong Number, 1948. I believe that's the fourth Burt Lancaster film at the festival. So if you're a Burt Lancaster fan, this is certainly for you. The Story of Molly X, 1949, in 35mm. Try and Get Me, also known as The Sound of Fury, 1950, in 35mm. The Velvet Touch, 1948 in 35 millimeter, another film I have never seen. Wow, that lineup is making my head spin. There's so many great noir films in this lineup, so I really, really hope you can make it. But that's not all. There's also a special event happening on Sunday, October 16th at 9:30 p.m. It's the Noir City Surprise Show, introduced by Eddie Muller. Now, here's what they say on the AFI Silver website. Quote, "The title of this ultra-rare and recently restored film noir won't be revealed until showtime. But we're confident it will be among the highlights of this year's Noir City Festival and a very memorable night out at the cinema. Come along for the ride. Program is approximately 75 minutes. Now, I have a couple of ideas about what this might be, but I'm not going to speculate right now. But this will be fantastic. I cannot wait. This festival is going to be so much fun. The AFI Silver is a great venue, and they always do a fantastic job of hosting the festival. And many, many thanks to Eddie Muller, Foster Hirsch, and everyone at the Film Noir Foundation, and Todd Hitchcock, Director of Programming at the AFI Silver. I know it takes a tremendous amount of time to put something like this together, so my hat's off to everyone involved. And I can't wait to see these films, but more importantly, to get back together with this community of film noir lovers. So if this is going to be your first Noir City DC, I welcome you. If you've been to many, many of them, I welcome you. It's going to be great to get together. If you're there, I hope you'll stop by and say hello. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. Take care, stay safe, and watch some great movies.